Late at night, inside a downtown Los Angeles hotel, an elevator door opened and closed repeatedly. A young woman stepped in, then back out. She pressed several buttons at once, then froze. She leaned forward, peering into the hallway as if she was hiding from something no one else could see. Her hands moved erratically, almost like she was talking to someone just outside the frame. The elevator doors refused to close. Seconds stretched into minutes. And then, she disappeared from view. That footage would later be watched millions of times. And days later, her body would be found somewhere no one thought to look. Her name was Elisa Lam. Indeed, this is the true story behind one of the most unsettling mysteries ever caught on camera. Elisa was a 21-year-old college student from Canada, traveling alone through California in 2013. She was intelligent, creative, and deeply introspective, often writing openly online about her struggles with mental health. Her trip was meant to be a fresh start, a break from routine, a chance to explore, to feel free. Her final stop was the Cecil Hotel, a historic building in downtown Los Angeles with a dark reputation few guests fully understood. Within days of checking in, Elisa vanished. At first, nothing seemed alarming. Solo travelers change plans all the time, but then she missed her checkout. She stopped contacting her family, and hotel staff realized something was very wrong. Police searched the building. Guests were questioned. Her room was inspected. Nothing. Then investigators reviewed the elevator footage. What they saw made no sense. Elisa appeared frightened, but there was no one else visible. She pressed buttons repeatedly, stepped in and out, and gestured wildly, as if arguing with someone who wasn't there. The footage spread rapidly online, and theories exploded almost instantly. Some believed she was being followed. Others said she was playing a game. Many were convinced something supernatural was happening. The internet turned the footage into a puzzle. But while people debated theories, something else was happening inside the hotel. Guests began complaining about low water pressure. The water tasted strange. The color looked off. Maintenance was called. A worker climbed onto the roof to inspect the water tanks. And there, inside one of them, was Elisa Lam. The discovery shocked investigators and sent the internet into overdrive. How did she get there? The roof access was locked. The tanks were heavy industrial containers. And there were no obvious signs of foul play. The official ruling would later state her death was accidental, with bipolar disorder listed as a contributing factor. But for many, that explanation raised more questions than it answered. Why was she acting that way in the elevator? How did she access the roof alone? Why were the tank lids reportedly closed? Every answer seemed to create a new mystery. The case became a cultural phenomenon, an endless loop of speculation, documentaries, and online debates. Some searched for hidden figures in the footage. Others blamed the hotel's dark past. A few even accused innocent people who had nothing to do with the case. But what often got lost in the noise was the human reality. Elisa wasn't a character in a mystery. She was a young woman navigating mental illness far from home, in an unfamiliar city, inside a building with minimal safeguards. Investigators later emphasized that her behavior matched someone experiencing a severe mental health episode, confused, frightened, and disoriented. No secret killer. No ritual. No conspiracy. Just a tragedy that unfolded quietly, until the internet turned it into something else. Today, the Cecil Hotel has been renamed, renovated, and reopened. The elevator footage still circulates online, and Elisa Lam's name continues to spark arguments across forums and comment sections. But the most unsettling part of this story isn't what happened in that elevator. It's what happened afterward. Millions of people watched her final moments not to understand, but to speculate. To slow the footage down. To turn a real death into a riddle. So here's the question that lingers long after the video ends. Did the mystery make us forget the person? Because sometimes, the scariest part of a true crime story isn't an unsolved question. It's how easily a real human life can be reduced to a theory once the camera stops rolling.